Good evening, I'm Todd Kunz. Pima County search and rescue crews found the bodies of 25-year-old Timothy Hahn. Washes like this are designed to take the excess rain and run it off into a catch basin. But when your catch basin looks like that one, it's already full, no room for the next storm. They're teaming up with the U of A researchers to distribute these flyers. We're going to talk to the family that lives in that very house under the canopy of that tree there. Your campsite may already be gone. Plus, we'll talk fire restriction. The power is back on in all parts of Tucson. If your pool is looking a little green and stagnant like that, plan on getting something like this. How might this affect you? Well, there's plenty of people in Tucson that work in Pinal County, either at the prison complex or the county buildings. Or you might be driving up this back way to Phoenix just to shop. And for a list of road closures around Pima County, watch the bottom of your screen or call the Pima County Road Closure Hotline at 547-7510. Tucson police now say they know the name of a woman killed in a Midtown accident. It happened yesterday at Miracle Mile and I-10. According to the NTSB, the pilot failed to monitor the plane's fuel supply. Divers resumed their recovery efforts today, looking for the remaining victims in the Minneapolis bridge collapse. The death toll now stands at 5. Still to come on News 4 at 5:30, President Bush sitting down with Afghanistan's leader at Camp David today. You're watching News 4 at 5:30. This one came down on this neighbor's house, and it brought all this sod, part of the golf course, with it.
I thought, oh, what a mess.
Penny Bond lives with her husband on the 5th fairway of Oro Valley Country Club. She may have been thinking that during Wednesday's storm, but now she's wondering how to get rid of this giant tree out of her backyard, a yard her husband had just cleaned.
And I said, what a waste of your time.
Actually, she says her husband is lucky he wasn't in the middle of it. He was just about to go back outside.
And I said, don't go. And he tried to open the door, and the wind was so strong. And all of a sudden, the next thing was the tree right in front of him.
The house itself is not damaged inside, but there are some busted tiles, patio cover, and, of course, the fence. Plus, a little new grapefruit tree that was no match for the giant eucalyptus, teamed with a giant gust of wind. Even professional landscapers in the business for 30 years are surprised.
And it's been quite a few years since I've seen something this isolated, but yet the extent of the damage is pretty incredible.
We're in their backyard right now. Behind me, there's more of that tree in the backyard than there is on the other side of the fence. They tell me that crews will be here tomorrow to saw that thing up and get it on out of here. Here's what was going on. Microburst winds. There was not a whole lot of rain. The airport recorded a trace amount. Rain falling from a gusty a thunderstorm, all right? Virga evaporates before it reaches the ground. But as it's falling, it's cooling the air mass around it. So this air is cooler. Cooler air is heavier than warm air. Warm air rises, cold air sinks to the ground, and it's sinking at quite a clip. But once it hits the ground, it fans out like an upside-down mushroom, and these winds are a whole lot quicker and faster, and they are the ones that do the horizontal winds. They're the ones that do the damage. As it hits the ground, it speeds up. All right, that's a microburst. You want evidence of that? I've slowed this down to half speed. All right. Here comes the sinking air. You can see it coming right out of the clouds, hits the ground, fans out, and boy, was there some blowing dust, zero visibility in some locations. Looks like raindrops on the screen there, but it's just particles of dirt and dust and whatnot, and then sundown, and things finally quieted down.